Good morning, I'm Sonya Ward from Harmony Success Solutions, and today I just want to give you a brief introduction to what's going on. April is the National Month for Recognizing Sarcoidosis. It is Sarcoidosis National Awareness Month. And we're in week 1 of the month of April, and as you can see, I am doing my part. I'm wearing my purple. I have my purple manicure. You see my little get well logo on there for sarcoidosis. Is really a purple ribbon that looks like this. I made a little baggie because I'll be carrying these around in my pocketbook. I have been wearing purple all week, and so people have been saying to me, "Oh, that's a beautiful color. Oh, is that your favorite color? It looks good on you." You know, and I tell you, even the very first day, I got so many compliments. I could wear any other color. No one says a thing, but when I put on this purple, I think that God just rained down on me and said, make the purple glow, make it vibrant, and make it draw. And so it's actually drawing people and opening the door for me to have a conversation and let them know, hey, April is National Sarcoidosis Awareness Month, and I am both a sarcoidosis survivor and advocate. And I am a wellness advocate, and I am, a success coach, and I want to make sure that as many of us have victory over this battle as possible. And how do I do that? By sharing with you and pricking your heart and hoping to compel you to do something, to get involved, to give of your time, your resources, your energy, to donate in some capacity, whether it be financially or in another way. Get involved. Share this video, please. Spread the word. It's April. Purple's our color. We're purple. And if you don't have purple in your wardrobe, just go make yourself a little purple ribbon that you can wear on your lapel, or you can wear on your pigtails or whatever. But just find a way to incorporate purple. As you can see, I've done a manicure. You see that? In, recognition of what we go through, sarcoidosis once was called a rare inflammatory disease. It's not rare at all. More people have it than you could imagine. It's not something that's contagious. It's not something you catch from the next person. There are all kinds of environmental suspicions as to where it comes from. Some speculate it comes from the sap on pine trees. Some speculate it comes from mold exposure, or being exposed to pigeon stool, or smoking marijuana, or fluorescent lights that you may work under or live under or be exposed to. There are so many different speculations as to where it comes from, and then there's the case that there's no cure right now. And so you can look into foundations like the Foundations for Sarcoidosis Research, and their website is www.fsr.com. Yeah, the Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research, and you can find a way to give, to help, to inquire, to ask questions, to attend some of the conferences, the meetings, and you can become an advocate yourself. Sarcoidosis is not easy. Let me just let you know, it's so odd, I have my hills and valleys and times when I feel better and I feel worse. Smack in the month of April, I find myself, not in the middle of it because we're in week 1, but I find myself, March got difficult for me, and many Marches are difficult for me, but here we are in this month where I need the most energy, and I'm exhausted and fatigued in the morning, and I get up and I'm moving like an old lady. It takes a while for me to get my body going because of the muscular and joint pain, and I am absolutely feeling the pain, and it's, coming back on me. But, there are things that we can do to help, and that's, eat the right things, get enough rest, eliminate as much stress as possible, get, exercise, take care of yourself, meditate, pray, have faith, believe, and get involved. You've got to, if you have sarcoidosis, you have got to become the physician that heals thyself. And that means connecting with bright doctors that are knowledgeable about it, not just guessing at it, but understand how it affects and impacts your life, and that can help you and work with you so that you can either go the traditional way for treatment or go the naturopathic way for treatment. I prefer naturopathic. I went to the Wildwood Lifestyle Center in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I had a wonderful experience. Wonderful. I went there crippled, really. I couldn't walk. I came home walking and feeling vibrant and better, and your lifestyle has a lot to do with how you fare in the scheme of things. When it comes to sarcoidosis, you've got to take care of yourself. Your lifestyle is important. If you smoke, if you're drinking, if you're not resting, if you're partying, and if you're, nothing against partying or anything like that, but if you're giving your body so much wear and tear and you're not supporting the systems that support your wellness, then you're going to lose the battle, And I don't speak, destruction over your body. In fact, I declare and decree wellness and health over your body by the words that go out from my mouth. I fashion them to accomplish wellness and health for you. So if by my words you can be healed, if they prick your heart, touch your spirit, and cause you to have faith and believe greater and bigger, please open your heart to receive it right now, because it begins with you. You've got to take the initiative to begin the healing process. It begins here and here. You've got to decide in your mind that you want to live and you're going to live. You've got to get your heart prepared to accept the things that you cannot change. Have the courage to change the things you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. And so it's going to take a team. It's going to take support and love and faith and dedication in order to be healthy, to regain health, and to maintain it. Now, we're all human, and it's not easy. I, again, am a wellness advocate, but at the same time, there are times when I get off, when I decide I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and then I'll have one again tomorrow, and that coffee has sugar in it, and the sugar is a no-no. So what am I doing? I'm having decaf with no sugar in it. And dairy products are an issue for us, too, in terms of our lungs. It causes congestion, and it's different for us because we've got that jelly-like, if you can imagine grapes and vines and stuff like that going on in our lungs that block our airways and passages, causing fatigue and shortness of breath and muscular fatigue and joint pain, which comes both from the sarcoid and the compromised lungs or other body organs, in addition to the prednisone treatment that they use to treat it. It breaks down the bones, makes them brittle. So, we've got to get really involved and study and research and read and become knowledgeable about what we're up against. It's a mountain. We've got to move it, climb it, or level it. We've got to get involved in making sure that we are successful through the healing process. So these ribbons are for Sarcoidosis Awareness Month, and I will be using them to have conversations. The conversation begins, I'm by no means going to just bombard, or just, aggravate people with, trying to tell them something that they don't want to hear. But if the conversation opens the door and it's natural, and I can have that conversation so that it's received and receptive, then it will be a more successful outcome. You can't just go around here, take this purple, take this ribbon, I have sarcoidosis, help us out, blah, blah, blah. No. Kind of in your own subtle way, just decide that you're going to have a personal celebration over your victory, because if you're here, you're victorious. If you're living, you're victorious. I mean, the day that I went to the nail salon to get the purple nail polish, the woman was asking me, what this was about. And I told her I have sarcoidosis, and she dropped her head and she said 2 weeks ago she'd lost her aunt to sarcoidosis, and she was only 49 years old. I'm 47, and reality strikes. You go, wow. And, she said she struggled so much, and I understand the struggle. And many people don't. They look at you and they go, oh, you look well, you look healthy, you look strong, you look beautiful. There's nothing wrong with you. And so while on social network, I saw a sign where somebody had written on someone's car, why are you parking in this handicapped spot? I saw you and your daughter get out and walk to the mall. My aunt's in a wheelchair. And then, I said to myself, I understand that, because we do get handicap parking tags, because sometimes you're stronger and other times you're extremely weak, There are times when you're limping and you can barely make it, and you're aching and you're so tired, or you're winded. If you have to do a long walk, you're winded, so that shorter walk is better. The hard part is that you got to become physically active to get stronger. You've got to push yourself. But there are times when you just can't, when you're not feeling well. And so you have that handicap tag. And so people don't judge people. Don't decide for people if they should or should not be parking in handicap, or if there's something wrong or if it's not, if they're fake or if they're real. God is the decider and the seer and the knower of all things. Allow God to be God. But at any rate, with sarcoidosis, there is shortness of breath. I remember just about 6 months ago, just to climb a flight of steps, I have to stop in the middle because I was so worn out. Now, here I am, at the point where I'm like, getting myself involved in more rigorous activity to combat this disease. So what do? When I am taking the stairs now, I try to take them 4 times. Or I'll try to take them 6 times. And I can do it. But there are times when I can't. When there's a flare-up or an episode. But the goal is to stay strong so that when the flare-up or episode comes, you can withstand the storm. The storm won't